Oh, welcome to my vlog from Mount Buffalo. I've been so keen. We've had this amazing spring snowstorm. So we're actually in spring at the moment, and I've come up here to get some photos. And I was going to walk up to the cathedral up the top there, but it is so windy and so bitterly cold that I'm thinking I might go for plan B, which is just taking some shots actually from the road. Can change or something like that. I don't know what the profound statement. Oh, here we go. But I'll get my gear out, take a couple of photos, see how we go. I've just ducked around the corner from the cathedral to this area around here because for one thing, I'm out of the wind. It was so windy, I couldn't believe it. It was too windy for me to go at the top there. I reckon I would have blown away. But it's still beautiful down here. I'll get a couple of shots down here, just see how we can go. This is actually where I did my poster from, my panoramic poster, from over in this area, up the top over there. But anyway, I'll take a couple of shots here and just see what we can do. There is the horn over there. It is also pretty darn spectacular. Everything looks so wild with snow on it. It gives it so much contrast. Actually, a thing that I learnt very early on in the piece for me photographing in the snow, which I did for 20 plus years, is taking a reading off the back of your hand. So if you're looking at a scene, or if you've got a subject or anything like that, taking your light reading off the back of your hand is generally what that light reading for the scene will be, because you're getting all this interference in your light reading from all the snow and the reflections off the snow and the sky and all that sort of stuff. So if you meter off the back of your hand, and you'll be pretty right. And then I always shoot in manual. I mean, the amount of times I shoot in anything other than manual, I hardly even remember. Oh God, there's some beautiful light over there. Right on the hills, I can see across to Hotham, I think it is. And there's light just tipping onto the mountains there. Even though my plans to go up to the cathedral didn't happen, just because of the wind, it's still absolutely gorgeous down here. I'm out of the wind here, so I'm actually feeling quite toasty. But it is beautiful. And the light changes by the minute. You could just stand in the one spot here and get shots all through here with the light changing. It's incredible. And the clouds, having clouds, some texture in the sky, just makes for a good photo. Shooting manual, you just have control. You have control of what you're seeing. So looking at one of these images there, keeping it manually exposed so that you can control what depth of field you want, what shutter speed you want. And in this instance where there's a lot of other reflections coming off from snow and sky, and there's dark trees, there's light trees, there's snow on dead trees, all that sort of stuff is going to affect the light reading. So if you know what you're looking for, you can adjust your shutter speed and your aperture and your ISO according to what you want, not what the camera's seeing. So then you're taking the picture, you're not just letting the technology make the decision itself. I like to shoot a lot of my landscapes with the larger lens. I use this 70-200 a lot, and it's just, I don't know, being able to get right in on the subject and just isolating the subject from everything else. You're not seeing the whole scene, you're just seeing pieces of the scene, and it just gives it, look at the way the light's hitting certain areas and just picking that little area out. Oh, it's cold. It's supposed to be spring. It's freezing. My nose is running. There's light over there. Look at that little bit of light just hitting that one pile of rocks in amongst all those others. We've got the dead trees, the burnt trees all around them that are covered in ice, sunlight hitting the rocks, and this really dramatic sky behind it. It's great. I love it. We might head off from here and go up back to the saddle where we were before and see what the wind's like. Might get another chance of heading up to the cathedral. But thought might go up to the Sentinel instead, which is on the other side of the cathedral, and give that a go and walk up. It's probably an easier walk up, but still pretty spectacular views. So we'll go up there and see how we go. Oh, I'm seeing this through here. I reckon I can see Mount Buller in the background there even, which is pretty impressive. Looking across these trees here, these dead ones, pretty spectacular. Once again, it's just amazing with this light that just keeps moving and shifting and presenting itself and just touching parts of the landscape that you can just pick out. I have a real problem with getting my images, my horizon straight. I blame it on having only one good eye, because my other eye is out of action. I had an accident when I was younger. But yeah, I'm always tend to be a little bit off to the left. So I've got to be really conscious about straightening up my horizons. Otherwise you've got to sort of straighten them up afterwards and you end up having to crop some out of your photo. And it's just not a good look. It's pretty impressive. I've got to be careful up here, this is icy. Hey, what I could do here, I'll shoot a panorama. And what I generally do when I'm shooting a pano, even hand hold, you can shoot it. You've just got to really be careful that you're getting that you overlap your images. But I'll do one here. Oh, and before every pano, I'll take a photo of my hand so that I know where the pano starts, and then a photo at the end where I know where it finishes. So I'll do these, and you've just got to be really careful that you overlap each image. So look on where you finished the previous one. Then at the end, another photo of your hand, and then you have the start and the finish. Because if you're looking through all your images and you've got all of a sudden several of them come up that are your pano, but you haven't marked it somehow, you'll not know where you are. Well, that's about it from me. I'm going to head back to the car and see if I can thaw out a bit. But I hope you got something out of that. If you did, or if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Even better still, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. So thanks heaps for tuning in, and see you again.